I may have to go out and come back.
This nigga trying.
Hey, young man.
KP, they don't want me to go live around here. These niggas ain't telling me my phone ringing. These niggas is haters. Look, the closest ones to me, they haters. Listen, they ain't even telling me my phone ringing. Oh, man, they out of line. What's up with it?
How you doing?
Man, chilling. I was working. I was powder coating. I ain't even know it was this late.
So listen, I was talking about you before you came on, right? I told them, like, I never was a person that was into lowriders, but when I started hearing about how much they cost, people can only respect lowriders because of how much they cost.
Oh,
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Tell us.
We've been doing that.
Right. So I'm gonna start off the interview, but then we're gonna get into the lowrider thing, right? So first, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. You already know.
So next, tell us how you got into cars.
How I got into cars?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always loved cars. I just, I really, really, really got into it when I got out the joint, like in 90, long time ago, right? 90-something, 99, 2000, I don't know. But when I got out, Vegas was just flooded with lowriders. It was crazy. The youngsters, the OGs, everybody had lowriders. So it was like hella crazy. I'm like, man, I got to have me one of these, Like I explained to you before, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different culture. It's like, man, it was the shit talking, because I like talking shit, you know what I mean? So it was the shit talking and then still going to break bread and eat with each other after the fact, you know what I mean? So that's what really had me like, damn, this is dope, like, because they was at each other's heads at the time, and I'm like, man, they was just tripping. He like, nah, that's what we do. You just don't cut deep, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, shit, I'm with all this. Man, where I sign up at, you know what I'm saying? So after that, man, it was just like, I was like all in after that, man. And, I was dedicated. That was it, man. My only car, you know what I mean? Picking baby moms up from work in it, you know what I'm saying? The baby up from the hospital with it. Yeah, that was the daily driver. It was it. It wasn't no extra cars. It wasn't the lowrider was the only car. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it was crazy, yeah.
So tell us, I was telling them before you came on about just, because you told me, and we'll discuss when you told me and how you told me at a later time. Yeah. But you said you like to start with the frame.
Oh yeah, that's how we start.
You're spending in a frame.
Man,
before.
You be 10, 12,000. They'd up to down at 20,000 now just in the frame. That's it. Right. That's how we start. Like I don't build cars without starting from the frame. Like I can't just build no car and just paint interior and rims. That shit is out around here. You know what I mean? It ain't nobody from Vegas even getting down like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like take that back to where you got it from, bro, and start, and try again. So Mando off top, man, you gotta do the frame, you gotta do the suspension, and the car is last, because you already got the vision for the car. You already know it, you know what I mean? You already know what the car gonna look. You like, oh man, I want to paint this color, interior, that color. But it's the detail, you know what I mean? It's the time and the detail around here, because we don't get rust and all that shit like, back that way. So you have to start with the frame on this, because somebody gonna lay down on the ground on your ass and be like, oh man, no. No, he ain't right. And it's gonna be a nigga with a car just like yours. That's gonna be the nigga that lay down. The nigga with the car just like yours, he gonna be right. Oh, looking under your shit like, oh yeah, this motherfucker not right. You know what I mean? So that's where it starts at with any, like, that's the standards in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We set standards, like, all bullshit aside. We set standards on cars, especially for the West, for sure. You know what I mean? It used to be California, and we picked it up probably from them. You know what I'm saying? No question. But we just took it to another level. Like, yeah, but they doing the same thing, but that's just like, man, though, ain't no cars that I even know of. Like, I got I don't have them personally, but the game, the culture, got the youngsters, and even, you know what I mean, the new cats that's coming around now, they know. I got to start with my frame first. You know what I mean? So that's Mando. But it's a lot of bread getting spent. That's suspension, and it just depends on what you're doing. Like, low riding, you starting out at 10,000 for sure. Just on the frame. That's it. That's like the bare minimum. You know what I mean? So, that's Mando around here, though.
I was looking at something. I can't even remember whether somebody told me or I was looking at it. But I've seen frames with, like, etching in them. What is
that engraving? Yeah, it's engraving. Yeah, man, that be the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the long money cats right there. You feel me? That's the real long money cats right there. I don't know. Engraving is like a preference. All that shit's a preference. You feel me? It's not for me. Like, I already look like a Mexican, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my essays. I already look like a Mexican. So if I get to doing that shit, then I might as well just start eating tacos and cooking burritos and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't do that. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Not on like, it's damn near, it's just a preference, man. It ain't no race thing. It ain't nothing like that. But it's just to the point where like most brothers I know, they won't do it. But then I know a lot of brothers that do it because you get points and shows for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you get into them car shows, you get points for that type of shit. So a lot of cats be trying to step out the box and, you know what I mean, and do that engraving and stuff like that.
Listen, them engraved frames and stuff.
Yeah.
Them things.
Yeah. And the cats that do it got a gang of talent. Like, man, it's crazy. They got talent for even the patience and having the vision to, because it's detailed. Like, you ain't, you know, you'll see it and it's going to look like a bunch of scribbling, but then once you put your face to it and really look at it, you like, damn. Like, man, who sat down and how long did this take? You know what I mean? But it's years and years of work into that shit. Like, a lot of people, now it's so big with that engraving, you can just go buy parts already done.
Really?
Yeah, suspension parts, all that shit is already engraved, already chrome and powder coated and engraving. Like, they really stepping their game up with that shit. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Avenue Customs. We know you do convertibles.
Yeah.
What else? Tell us what else you do there.
Man, what don't I do around this joint? Stress myself out, try to please these streets. You know what I'm saying? No, man, convertible conversions, that's my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? That's where I pretty much got my name from outside of low riding as far as shop wise. You know what I mean? So, I started doing that, my convertibles, and then I just got to stepping into other stuff. So I do the quarter window power kits for all the G bodies, the box Chevys, all that shit. I invented that. So if y'all see that shit anywhere else, I started that. Me, right here in Vegas, I started that. Niggas put me to a challenge. It was like, oh, you can't. Yeah, I can do that. Anything the next man can do, I can do. But sometimes just thinking out the box, though. You know what I mean? That's all that was. And it ended up working out a little better than I planned. I'm actually finishing up a kit with somebody right now. I got to ship out tomorrow. But Monte Carlos, you know, Cutlasses, Regals, box Chevys, Cadillacs, all that shit. That quarter window that didn't roll down. Why the company didn't make it roll down, we don't know. Why GM didn't do it, but I did it. You know what I mean? I made it happen, and people loved it. It took a minute, you know what I'm saying, for me to critique it, you know what I mean, to make it to where, like, because I'm shipping this shit out, so I don't want, you know what I'm saying, somebody else to really be like, man, what is, you know, look at it crazy, or this ain't right, or this some junk, or I spend my money on this and all. It's damn near to the point to where, you know, you can even contact me and get in with it. When you get to the install, I got pictures for you. I got small videos for you. So I try to make it as simple as possible, you know what I mean, as far as doing those quarter window kits. And then other stuff, you know, I just started powder coating. We're doing some powder coating around here, just trying to, you know, keep everything in-house. I do fuel pumps. They're like direct fuel pumps for LS swaps, all the LS swaps. I build my own fuel pumps. You drop them right in the tank. You can order them directly from me, ship right to you, because I know a lot of cats be, you know, using external pumps and all this and that and the other, or trying other routes. But I'll try to make it simple as possible to where, man, you just order this fuel pump from me, put a power wire to it, and boom, you ready to go. You know what I mean?
So back to the quarter window kit, right? You know I'm a G-body girl. I love G-body. But I knew you before I knew you invented the quarter window kit.
Yeah.
So long story short, when I knew I was gonna buy me a Monte Carlo, I said I gotta do something that's different. I gotta do something that's different. So I was like, okay, I gotta find something. I knew about the quarter window kits, but I didn't. But anyway, make a long story short, I eventually ended up being friends with Steph, ATL Steph.
Yeah, ATL
who had the quarter window that rolls down on her car. I was like, I can't do that. But now, mind you, I already knew you, but I never knew you invented a kit until we started talking.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang, it's a small world.
Yeah, it's small as hell, ain't it? I remember she hit me up. She was like, she had called me probably around like September or something, or, you know, contact me on the Instagram, and she was like, like, man, I want to get a kid, you know, maybe top of the year or something like that. I'm like, all right, cool, you know, because I talk to a lot of people, man. I answer about 1 million questions a day. You know what I mean? Niggas spend more time answering questions than working sometime. But and she called me back top of the year like I want the kid. And I'm like, shit, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I sent it out to her. I really wasn't tripping that it was a female, and I really didn't know who she was at the time because just like on my Instagram at the time, I was fresh with it, and I just I wasn't down into the down south shit yet. You know what I mean? I respected I'd been down that way, all that shit. You know what I mean? So, but I just hadn't been that far to check out the car culture down there. You know what I'm saying? So I walked him through it to the shop, whatever shop she took him to, and then everything came out good. It came out hella nice, and I was like, damn, the fact that she was a female out there killing. Then when I seen her car, I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah, she killing them. So that's all like she just shut him down. Yeah, the niggas, I know they ain't know that. I know they ain't know that. So when she came with the windows, you know, they shoot me the videos and all that shit. So I'm just like, damn, man, that's hard. That's nice as hell. And it's crazy because she was the one actually from that end of the states to really, you know what I'm saying, stick her neck out there and be like, man, I'm going to try it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got cats out here that, you know, I fuck with. They my niggas, and some cars I done did just to show cats I can do it. You know what I mean? The cats I mess with, but her to be across the country and be like, you know what, I'm going to try that. You know what I'm saying? And really, you know, and trusting, you know, in the fact that whatever she's getting, didn't know who I was. You know, she ain't know who I am. She ain't know who I was. So her spending her money with me, that's one thing about it. I don't want nobody never to break bread with me and my product ain't right. You know what I mean? I always make sure my product is on point as much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
That's my girl, and you know I call her the car show killer because when she rolled that quarter window down,
yeah, every
you might
time.
as well stick a fork. You might as well pretty much stick a fork in everybody.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, that's called separation. You know what I mean? I got separation. I'd have been to Texas and I went to Texas and where the hell else I go? I think Utah, something like that. I've been a couple different spots, man. It did, you know, like some people, they fly me out and I come out and just do, you know, and install them right there. You know what I'm saying? California, I can go knock out like 2 in a day. No problem. Just get the kids together and pretty much, you know what I'm saying, get it up out of there, knock that shit out and get on back home. All in a days, you know what I'm saying, like in a 12-hour time frame, you know what I mean? So it ain't no, you ain't got to be no rocket scientist, you know what I mean? You just got to think out the box. And then once you get to put it together, you get it, you like, oh man, damn. I could have thought of this. The average person could have thought of it. It just wasn't really thinking out the box and really was probably even or up to that challenge. You know what I mean? I'm always up for a challenge.
So what made you, how did that idea come about though?
What was the first car I did? My boy's box Chevy. So my boy had a 2-door Caprice. This is the first one I did. And nobody even really knew about it because he never brought the car out. But, it was a white 2-door Caprice, and my boy was revamping it because I had just made mine's convertible. That was my first car I did. So he was like, oh, shit, man, now what I'm going to do? You know what I mean? I was like, man, I'm going to roll your quarter windows down. He like, yeah, right, you can do that. I'm like, yeah. So I did him and I did my boy Boss. I did both of their cars, and this is some years ago. You know what I mean? So, but they not on the car scene like that. So it really didn't get out there like that. You know what I mean? But I got them done. I try to make it look original as possible. You know, I take out the 2-door switch and put a 4-door switch in there. So it looks like it came from the factory like that. You know what I'm saying? And or add the 2 quarter window switches in the backs for the you know, the passengers and stuff. I actually got a Cutlass up here right now. This was actually the first G-body I did right here, if you want to check this out. So this was the first one I did. This Cutlass right here. Low rider, of course, you know what I'm saying, but making that quarter window go down.
And it looks like really good. And it looks really good. Like, when they roll it down, it don't look like, you know, some stuff people do to their cars. They kind of look like trash. But it looks really good.
It be making you wonder sometimes, right? You be like, man, what the hell was they thinking? I trust you, I done seen it. But I mean, I was actually breaking this one down, doing some maintenance on it because the regulator went out on it, and I do a warranty on the regulators for sure, though. But like, you know, that one right there, you see what I'm saying? Man.
Now this is super dope.
And so that's on all my G bodies. You know what I'm saying? So Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. So that right there, if I can get that to really just, to blow for me, my boy always be telling like, man, you need to make that, you need to do this and do this to that. And I just be like, man, nah, I think I'm gonna wait. Like, nah, I don't be knowing if that many people really want them kits, you know what I'm saying, for me to be spending all my time on.
Definitely want that first pickup.
Man, you better believe it. You better believe it. I'll tell you, I got one right now. This is one going out. I can't think of who the hell, but I just had somebody order a kit. But everything's packaged up, regulators, you know what I'm saying, wire harness, all the tracks, everything is wrapped up, try to look professional and shit, you know what I'm saying? Everything is everything, though, And I do them like Tonka toys and shit. The batteries and switches are sold separately, you know what I mean? So they got to get that, on the website or something like that off of eBay or something, it really just don't matter. But yeah.
So not only do you do those porter window kits, I found out that you are in the Lowrider Hall of Fame.
You're so crazy. Yeah.
And I actually went and looked at the video.
Yeah.
You put the Lowrider Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Then we built up in that motherfucker like death row. Me and my dudes, you feel me? We built up in that suited and booty, you know what I mean? It was like, damn, well, No, the Lowrider Hall of Fame, man, it's dope, highly respected in the lowrider game, and man, that shit was a major honor, you know what I mean? Because it's the lowriders across the country that nominate you. You know what I mean? They vote on you. It ain't the people around. It's not even the people in your city. I'm the first guy from Vegas to be in the Lowrider Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? And it's
really?
I'm the only person in Las Vegas in the Hall of Fame. And you gotta go. You gotta do. You gotta have been lowriding for 20 years. For sure. You got to have been low riding there. That's the mark before you can't just be new booty and get into the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? And they hit me up.
So you told us your age.
Huh? What? Huh? I probably started low riding when I was 10. Listen, hey, yeah. You already know. 20 years in it. I got 20 plus now, though. You know what I'm saying? Well respected though, man. I give a lot of respect and I stay humble with it though. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. You gotta stay humble. Ain't no big me, little U's around this joint. You know what I'm saying? We move together, we eat together around here. So, like I said, I was just honored. It was crazy. I got me and my boys and everybody I hung out with, we all loaded up and went out there and showed out. You know what I mean?
How did you feel? When they awarded you, how did you feel?
Man, that shit was like, so already when you in the low rider game, you getting this shit. I know back in the day, you used to want to get into the magazine. You know what I'm saying? And the magazine was your highlight. Like, that was the highlight of anybody's career. Like, man, the magazine, you ain't catch this issue. And I had, before I ragged my car, I had got into the magazine, which was cool. That was my highlight to me. I didn't even know about the Hall of Fame at that time. That's how that let you know how early in the game it was for me. You feel me? So down the line, like, the magazine was the shit. It was it for me. You know what I mean? And then this just came out of left field, man. Got a phone call like, hey, man, they want to induct you into the Hall of Fame. I'm like, what? Who? Me? Yeah, right. So that really just gave me that drive, like, oh yeah, like, I'm being recognized. I'm holding it down for my city. They know me, like, they see me everywhere, and it's just like, it's crazy. It's that major adrenaline, and it's that accomplishment of knowing that, like, all them late nights working on these cars and going to all these shows and all that shit, like, it paid off in a different way. It's just in a like gratification, not, you know what I'm saying? Not in a like, I don't know, like, not in a cocky way. You know what I'm saying? It humbles you. But it makes you be like, damn, okay, man, I'm the stamp for this city. You know what I mean? And that's what I've always tried to uphold as far as, you know what I'm saying, being in the car game, period. Like, everything I touch, everything I bust out, for sure is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna set myself apart from everybody else for sure. And you ain't finna have nothing like me. That's not when I be busting cars out.
So I already was hit with the one, like, the uppercut when I found out about the porter window kit. But when I found out about the Lowrider Hall of Fame, that was the one too. Like I got hit with the one too. I was like, look at me in the presence of greatness, and he don't even act like a diva. He's so humble. Man. Like, bro, let me tell you one of the things I love about you, because I believe in giving people their flowers while they're here, right?
Yeah.
You so humble. Like you got reasons to flex. Really, you do. But you don't act like that. And that is amazing to me, because you got to realize I'm in a male-dominated world.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it is some real divas. Some of y'all are real divas. Like, some of y'all are the worst.
Yeah. They different.
No, they different.
They different for sure. They different. You know?
But just sitting talking to you, like, you just act so, like, it's just an honor to be able to sit and talk to you and it just be a regular conversation. Yeah, I feel like I can ask you anything. You gonna talk to me like I'm your equal, and I know I'm not.
Right. You gotta stay humble, man. You gotta stay humble for real. Because I got a lot of people that's, that's even behind the scenes. Like, I did this shit like a long time by myself. And like within the last 6 months, I picked up some people, you know what I'm saying? But this is from 2004 until now. I just now picked up some people because, they getting old, you know what I'm saying? Getting out the bed be hard now. You feel me? You got to kickstart and pat that pedal like old Chevy before you even stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, let me go to get up. But, no, man, the cats around me, though, man, I love them to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at me like that. They keep me motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need it from everybody else. I got it from some true ones. You know what I'm saying? Some real ones that's right next to me. And it's always that, man, he can do it. Like, man, you can do it, bro. Like, you can do it. They call me the Black MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? They be tripping. Yeah. Oh, that's the Black MacGyver. Anybody can do it. He can do it. You know what I mean? But it be that, even if I can't, and I ain't going to say I can't, but they motivate me to be like, man, you know what? Yeah, let me go on and try this. And when it come out, they be like, I told you. You know, they love to say I told you, but it was just the motivation from them, and then to prove that point, you know what I'm saying, that I can do it, whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? It all pans out, and it keeps me motivated. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps me humble, because I know the shit that I got going, sometimes probably didn't even think of it myself. You know what I mean? I was just the one to stick my neck out there and try it. You know what I'm saying? So I really just be like, man, it's completely different from working your way to the top. Not really solo, you know what I'm saying? But, like you say, some people get up there and they get cocky. You know what I mean? I know that every move I made wasn't by myself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just see me do the work, or they don't even see me work. Like, motherfuckers on here, ain't no hanging in my shop. There's 3 people in my shop now. This ain't no hangout. If I'm working on your car, you come to the shop, I'm going to stop working on your shit. We going to smoke some weed. Like, for real. Because, you don't go to your job and your supervisor stand over you. You know what I'm saying? So I just be fucking people's heads up. I just be playing with them, though, acting funny. They know it. All of them know it. You know what I'm saying? I act funny. I tell them I act funny. I might be your best friend today, might not even talk to you tomorrow. You know what I mean? But it's something on my mind. Let me do what I got to do. You know what I mean? For real, though.
What's one thing that you wish you could go back and change or have done differently in your life?
In my life? Yeah. Shit, nothing. Nothing, not a damn thing. Real shit. Because if I did, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. Like, you got to go through it to do it. You know what I mean? You got to have that struggle. You got to be without, you know what I'm saying? And then understand and know what it's like to have something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as changing something, I wouldn't want nothing. Like, I feel like the cats that raised me was 100. I feel like the cats that surround me right now is 100. You know, of course, I ran across the faulty ones and all that shit, and it took me a minute to separate and see what was what. But on top of that, I just, I really don't even, I wouldn't change nothing, man. I wouldn't change nothing. I'd be thinking about that shit sometime, but it's just like, why? Because I wouldn't be who I am now. You know what I mean? I might be one of them divas if I went back and changed something. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want, you got to understand, like, no, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So ain't no need to be changing nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. I ain't gonna lie. No, you know what? I'm lying. One thing I would change is I wish I was more of a people person. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, because I know some cats that they was just popular in high school because they fucked with everybody. But see, I was gangbanging in high school, so I wasn't fucking with everybody. You see what I'm saying? So it was a difference. So other than that, that, I wouldn't, the experiences and the shit that I went through, I wouldn't change none of it. Not none of it.
How do you manage your personal life and shop life and life in the lowrider community? How do you manage that?
The lowrider community is hella family orientated. Hella family orientated. Now, I see that's the difference between really that I done seen. Like, it's crazy because down south got that damn hospitality down there like a motherfucker, but you don't see the family. You see just niggas out. You know what I mean? It's different. So like if you go to a down south show, you see a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying, and females, but if you go to a lowrider show, you're gonna see more family. It's gonna be me, my girl, my kids, all the kids, everybody wanna come because they know it's a show. And my boy and his kids, like, it's different, it's family orientated. So the lowrider shows is just, like I say, it's more family orientated than it is the other shows. You know what I'm saying? So that make you really want to be on the lowrider scene. So family, like just, personal shit, I just don't post none of my personal shit. I don't even got a personal page. IG is strictly for business. It was introduced to me for business, and I use it for business. That's it. You know what I mean? I used to put birthdays up there and all that. I don't even do none of that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just all business. That's it. So I keep my personal life to the side. So can't nobody ever try to, judge me or try to put, some motherfuckers wake up one day, they love their other half, and then the next day, you know what I'm saying? They talking bad about them, like, and then you be like, damn, man, like, pictures one day, next day, y'all tearing each other shit up and all that. So I never would no one, the world to know my business like that, like, oh, man, they head ain't on right or something. They need to get it together. So I just separate all that shit, man. I know the difference, you know what I'm saying? So I separate all of it. Family, personal, partners, friends, homies, it's all separate. You know what I'm saying? You feed everybody with a different length spoon. You know what I mean? Your shit might be 3 feet. Yeah, your shit might be 3 feet long. I'm gonna stick it in your mouth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might get that little short spoon right there, like, bam, like, you know what I mean? It's a difference. So everybody got their different, but I try to fuck with everybody, like everybody. I'm the only, like my boy told me then. When I got nominated for the Hall of Fame, he said, man, you the only motherfucker in the game getting black, white, yellow, brown money. You know what I'm saying? I was like, huh? And he had to tell me, like, man, it's white boys fuck with you, it's niggas fuck with you, it's Mexicans fuck with you, it's Asians fuck with you. Like, they don't, you getting everything. You know what I mean? And this is probably the major reason why I did get inducted to the Hall of Fame was because I was crossing them color lines, you know what I'm saying, with customers. You know what I mean? So but I just always felt like I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to put my guards down and everybody's my partner until they show me different. You know what I mean? Once they cross me, then I just ain't have to deal with them. So, that was their choice.
So is that what you think got you out of that business, eventually being as personable as you are? Because I think, even though you said you weren't a people person.
People person, yeah.
I see different. Like, maybe I'm just biased, but I
can't keep the hell out of it. Nah, man, it's just different. Like, I'm a KP fan, you know what I'm saying? You might want a TJ fan, but I'm a KP fan, so it's like, oh shit, KP at the shop. KP in Vegas, you better tap in, but you know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, anybody come to Vegas, they need, come tap in with me, because I'm about as real as it's gonna get. I'm born and raised in Vegas. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't no extras to me, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, if I'm following you way down south and you come to Vegas, like, you better pull up, If you had a shop, I got to pull up at your shit, you know what I mean? When I come that way, that's just how I am. I love, when I go other places, I want to meet people that's like me. That's in the cars, that love cars. Like I always tell motherfuckers, like, that I do meet for the first time, like, man, we love the same shit. Cars, man. Like, we don't even know each other, man. And clearly, you're here for the same reason I'm here. You know what I mean? So that always gives me and the next person a bond. You know what I'm saying? On that first time and that first introduction, first go round. Like I said, I've been a hella place. They'd be like, man, that's the boy at the video. Oh, that's the video. Like, it'd be TJ. And I'd just be like, man, I'm just a regular nigga. Homie. Don't even, you know what I mean? Like, what's happening? Fire up the week. Let's do something. Like, I don't look at myself like that. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people like, man, you need to start using that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard because I would feel like I'm being bougie. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to step up the ladder and leaving some people behind. And I don't never want it to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to grow. You get what I'm saying?
How did you feel the first time somebody asked you for your autograph?
Oh, that shit was crazy as hell. Oh, yeah, that was crazy as hell. I don't know. I was just like, all right, what the, autograph in the picture, like, huh? What? And my boy was with me. And matter of fact, it was some cats from Hawaii. And they was like, man, your car is my screensaver for my computer. And I was like, what? And like, yeah. My son want to take a picture with you and get an autograph. I'm like, huh? And then my boy kind of elbowed me and was like, man, just do it. Don't be, you know what I mean? Because I was going to be like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Anyway, doing no shit like that. You know what I mean? You look up down the line 10 years later, somebody post a picture like, yeah, me and TJ, you know what I mean? Looking like, I was like, damn, all right. So, but I did it, but it, another, situation, humbling, you know what I mean? But it just was like, damn, this is crazy. It was cool. It that type of shit, that's where that hard work pay off at, and you get that little gratification. You be like, damn, okay, this is cool, right? It's fresh right here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was a little like, I was shooting it down, but I had to accept it. You know what I mean?
Did you ever think you would be where you are today, looking back when you first started?
Nah, hell nah. Nah, I ain't never think that. Never. Even on the drive on this shit, it's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my people keep me motivated, but just being like, yeah, where I'm at, like people I ain't seen in some years, they come to the shop now and just be like, man, like, whoa, and they be wooing and on and whining, like, bro, like, and I get a lot of, I'm proud of you, you know what I mean? Because they know where I come from, they know who I am, and I just, so that keeps me keeping it up. But I never thought, like, because I started out with a little one-bay shop, you know what I mean? Hold 2 cars when I first started. Rent like $900, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy, but I was doing other shit too, so I wasn't 100% dedicated at the time. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't no growing until I really just dedicated myself to this car game, and you know what I mean, and to the work and all that shit. Once I did that, then that's when I started growing and shit started moving for me,
He said you put his first digital dash in 2000 in an alley.
Man, for real. Yeah. $250. Nigga ready. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of motherfuckers like, I did go to electrician school when I was, a long time ago. But I went to electrical school, so a lot of niggas ain't got that, that knowledge on electricity, on wiring. So just for me going to electrical school, wiring wasn't shit. Like, I'm used to dealing with houses and buildings. Like, it's a battery. This ain't even to shock me. I just got to make sure this end match that end, and we all right. You know what I mean? And so, I just started doing that type of stuff, and then people started fucking with me even tougher because they were like, man, he can figure it out. You got an electrical problem, he can figure it out. Something ain't working, he can figure it out. So troubleshooting was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't got patience for it, but it's a challenge for me, so it's fun. You feel me?
Do you ever sit down and look around at all you have built over your lifetime and get emotional? Man, shit, every day. Every day. Hell yeah. I sit back and be like, shit, like, man, I mean, it's heavy. Sometimes it's heavy. But when you do get to, sit back and be like, damn, this is mine. Like, can't nobody take this from me. I worked for this. It wasn't nothing extra to it. I worked for this. Like, man, I've been working some years for it. You know what I mean? So all the shit that I have accumulated and the things, you know what I mean, from home all the way to the shop, you know what I'm saying? Like, I walk to my door when I pull up to the house and just be like, damn, it's me, this home, this nice, and just waiting to bust the door open and the fan band right there, you know what I mean? Everybody is just different. So, and I look forward to that shit every day. Like, my girl don't even know that I push to the house fast, like doing 100 on the freeway trying to get home at the end of the day. See, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking I just want to stay at the shop. No, I'm trying to get home. I want to get in the bed. I want to get in the shower, watch some TV. Like, but I never thought that I would even be like that. You know what I mean? Because I used to always talk crazy to her. Like, man, your life's too routine. I like that spare the moment type shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, that 9 to 5. Now I'm like, shit, in the bed by 10, up by 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day, just routine. But I've noticed that it's put my life in a way more better perspective. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I got going,
it allows me to think a lot. It gives me, more respect for just having a family, period. So having a family and having a shop and not having no enemies, all that shit just, man, it eases my mind. You know what I mean? It tell me sometimes like, man, I'm going to be here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I be feeling. Like I'm going to be here for a long time. I don't know how it's going to end, but I just feel like because of that, family, home first, the shop, and then my circle, I just feel like it ain't no stopping it. You know what I mean? It ain't no end to it, really. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what makes me proud of a lot of you guys as well, and it makes me emotional sometimes in getting to know all you guys. I know where y'all came from. I went with y'all shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
But I know where y'all came from and the penitentiary chances y'all took.
Boy.
Some of y'all been in the penitentiary.
The visit, yeah.
The life chances y'all took. And to see y'all now, I'm getting emotional. I am so proud of you guys because it's a lot of people that didn't make it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
For y'all to be in the position that y'all in now, and like I said, some of them divas, but a lot of them are like really humble guys, and they came from rough backgrounds. Y'all, I know you.
I'm project baby. I'm a real project baby. Right. I'm a project baby, straight up. Mom's still running around the west side right now. Love her to death. You know what I mean? But right. That's just how it is. Like it shouts out to every cat with a shop, every nigga that's working on a car, everybody that's pushing. I don't give a fuck where you at. You know what I mean? I love just sitting and really, I wish I could visit all of them. My trip, that'd be like my retirement shit. Pull it up on that nigga's shops. You know what I'm saying? Starting from the west and working my way back. That's the type of shit that I would get my happiness out of. You know what I mean? Because I already know the struggles. You know what I'm saying? It's just hands on. You know what I'm saying? Hats off to any and every nigga that came from nothing and built something. You know what I'm saying? And it's the dedication. You know what I mean? The dedication and the motivation. That's all it is. You just need a little bit of that, man. All that rest of that shit, I used to sit back and be like, damn, why I can't just get that big ball? You know what I'm saying? Where that big bag at? Why I can't? You know what I mean? I just always do that and just be like, but you know what? God ain't finna give it to me like that. And I already figured it out. Like, man, I ain't finna be rich, but I'm going to be comfortable for sure. You know what I mean? I'm going to be comfortable, and I'm happy with that. I ain't tripping. I know I ain't struggling to where shit ain't getting paid, ain't nothing getting took from me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's a whole different circle. That's why, like I said, niggas don't even know it, homie. I'm a fan of every nigga with a shop. Every nigga with a shop. I got a little nigga right now named Sideways. That nigga hashtag is fuck your shop. You know what I'm saying? He work out the garage. He in the driveway. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, but he come up here and fuck with me. Don't love him to death. But it's just that type of shit, though, because he on the other side of the fence and he really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, once he take that first hit in the stomach, he down. You know what I mean? His knees gonna buckle. You can't do that shit. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take every punch that, you know what I'm saying, this game gonna give you. You know what I mean? And stand up and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Because if you give up the first time, I done been evicted out of shops before. I done been evicted out of houses before. You know what I'm saying? Out of apartments. You know what I mean? But guess what? I bounced back. You know what I'm saying? And with the same concept that I left with. It didn't mean nothing. That was just a hiccup. That didn't do nothing but make me stronger and set more, you know what I'm saying, higher standards and different rules and guidelines for whatever I was going to do next. That's all it did.
What's your best piece of advice for somebody looking to be, I don't know if to say the next TJ or looking to follow in not only your footsteps, but a lot of the great guys in the culture now? What's your best advice to them?
Man, my number one advice is stay humble. That's it. Stay humble and how you put it, man? It's just like stay humble and keep your antennas up. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who you can meet. You feel me? You never know who you can meet. You never know. So, you know, you just gotta be able, when that door open up for that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, have your foot right there. Don't let them close it in your face. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can let me in this motherfucker. Like, what's going on? You know, but if you come in with that humble, you know what I'm saying, that humble approach, but still aggressive at the same, you know what I mean? Like, it's solid. I'm coming. I'm letting you. This ain't no flip. No fluke over here. Whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm coming for, speaking behind it is something solid. You know what I'm saying? So staying humble is the number one thing, man. Because you can always walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, man, how you doing?" and stick your hand out. You know what I'm saying?
Like my favorite saying is, "If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready."
You got to get ready. That's all the time. Hell yeah.
I knew you before I knew, and that's the thing. Like you never came off. You had all them credentials, and I knew you. But I didn't know none of the credentials.
I wasn't because the nigga wasn't popping it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to let you know because it just. I'm gonna sit back. She'll find out. You know what I mean? I was begging for an interview before the interview come. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, man, KB, get me out. What did you doing? Calling my nephew and boxing everywhere. Man, you better tell that girl let me on that damn thing, man. I need to get on that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you don't know how good that made me feel. I'm like, man. He got all these credentials and he just want to be on my show.
Man, just be on your show, man. For real. We got a network, man. We got to link up. You know what I'm saying? Even just as black people, period, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't be tearing each other down. Or why would I hate on your show? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we can't do that. I'm going to support your show. I'm going to be on that motherfucker many times as you want. You know what I mean? And or the next motherfucker should feel the same way. You know what I mean? Supporting your shit and generating business for themselves, too. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, us as black people, you know how we got it. It's all bad. Crabs in a barrel, you know what I mean? Half the motherfucking time. But no, man, I'm in the network and I want to meet every motherfucking body I can. What's up, man? Let me shake your hand and meet you. What's going on? I'm TJ. That's how we gonna start it out. I ain't even tell you about all this other shit. You gonna have to find out after you told somebody, man, I met a boy named TJ in Vegas. Then they gonna tell you who I am. And then you gonna tap back in with me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell them.
So you gonna let them know for sure.
I'll be like, that's my homeboy. Let me run down. Let me give you the rundown.
You bet that for real. See, I'll pull up in Vegas and pull right up on it. Wait a minute, let me call. I got his number right here. Yeah, make it official. Let them know. Yeah, you know me. Right? I'm gonna let them know I know you.
Pulling up to the shop, I felt presidential.
Straight up, huh? Like, I'm out here in Vegas, man. I know him. You feel me? Yeah, you can bet that. But it's the same way, man. I don't know. I guess this social media, man, when you pay attention to some people and you see what they doing, you know what I mean? That make you want to be a part of it. Period. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, man, okay, they way over there, man. I want to be a part of that, man. Like, let's tap in. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like, I network with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I got people across the states for real. They not my friends, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk every day, but when we do talk, man, it's the shit talking. It's the, you know what I mean? How the family, how this, that, and the other. And I just love that shit, man. It don't, when I get off the phone, I just be like, yeah, I just got off the phone, so and so. And they probably on the other end saying the same shit. Like, yeah, I just got off the phone with TJ. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker don't even know it, you know?
That day, when I left the shop that day, I couldn't just sit there, right? I had to go out and go to the red light. I was like, oh man, I just talked to TJ.
Ain't that shit crazy, man? Oh man, that shit is dope though, man. I want to touch everybody like that though. I want to touch everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Because to just have that, you know what I'm saying? To have other motherfuckers have that feeling about you, like, man, I know him, man, he cool, man, he was this, he was that, that shit makes me feel good, man. Like I said, it makes me know that my hard work ain't going unnoticed, you know what I'm saying? And it's being respected, you know what I mean? Like, so I love it, like, man, for real, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's beautiful. And if you ain't really shooting for that type of shit, like, I mean, the bag is there, man, but if you ain't shooting for that type of gratification and that type of happiness and tapping in with your other people, you know what I'm saying, then you shouldn't just step to the side and let the next motherfucker get in, you know what I'm saying, where they supposed to be at. You know what I mean?
Right. So before I let you go, because I know you were busy, talk to everybody about how if they would like to order their quarter window kits, how they can do that. Also, we didn't talk about those end tables that you make. We never talked about those.
Shit.
Those tables.
Them for the low riders. I mean, but everybody was brought up on 100 spokes before they was right. You know what I'm saying? So this my low rider table, you know what I mean? I should have hooked it up if I would have knew you would have said something about it, man. But the LED lights, little coffee tables, I started making those. It's other cats out there that make them too. You know what I mean? But I just did it because I was doing it for my office up here in the front. You know what I mean? When I was building my showroom, I was like, yeah, presentation is everything. You feel me? You're like, you know what I mean? That's
doesn't it play music as well?
It goes off the music. Yeah, light up. Like, so when you play music with it, or when you do the app and you play music off the app off your phone, the lights flicker. You know what I'm saying? Like a color bar, like we rock on the West Coast in our cars.
Right.
But,
man.
Yeah.
He's all right. You making the interview look bad.
why I'm making it look bad, man?
Listen. So, in order for them to order either the quarter window kits, the tables, what else you sell? I think I saw you sell like the lowrider batteries. They are Avenue Motorsports batteries. Yep,
I sell batteries. Okay, so pretty much anything that I sell outside of shop gear, the tables, LS swap fuel pumps, quarter window kits, any merch, keychains, all that shit, man. Just DM me at Avenue Convertibles. You know what I'm saying? My number's right there on the page, so you can. You can get in touch with me like that. A direct line, tapping in with me. Order a kit. It usually take about 2, pushing 3 weeks, man, to get one kit together because I don't build them until they pay for it. You know what I'm saying? They're not ready because different cars, different kits and shit like that. So anything you can pretty much just get in touch with me just through Instagram, man. And like I say, all my information is on there.
Man, TJ, I was so looking forward to this interview, man. Like I know people say it's funny, and I feel this way with basically everybody, but you would have thought like I was like, oh man, I'm about to interview one of the big homies, one of the presidents of Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Vegas. You about to represent. You about to interview Vegas. Listen to me, Vegas. I am Vegas, okay? This is my city. You know what I mean? Like, no, boo, I ain't gassing. Niggas know it. Everybody know it. That's why they love me, because I know I'm Vegas. You hear what I'm saying? I am Vegas. When it comes to this car scene, I'm really just about to step into the big wheel scene next. I love it. The culture is dope as fuck. So, you see my little project I got. Don't leak that out either. Don't you leak that out. Listen, I'll be out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This year. So, with that big wheel scene, but it's cars, so it's a car culture shit. So, I'm with it too. But man, I'm Vegas, man. I'm Vegus. When you come to Vegas, hell yeah, I'm ready. Boy, I got a need for speed. Hey, listen. When I went to the Classic last year, right? I was just starting to build the car because I was really building it to sell it. Right? So then I went to the Classic last year. I'm like, oh, hell no. I called my boy doing my motor. I said, man, I need 1,000 horses. These boys around here ain't playing. I need 1,000 horses. I don't want nothing less. If you can't give me 1,000, I don't want nothing. I just want to be on the streets, but I need 1,000 horses. These niggas ain't right in playing. That ain't shooting up into the 2000s. And it's so much shit that you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to learn on it, though, man. Like, I'm open, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit I got to learn, you know what I mean, with that shit, man. But I love that shit. I love the shit talking, the competition, and all that. So I'm stepping into the big wheel scene this year coming up. I'm gonna be a threat for sure. I ain't coming soft. I'm coming with some pressure. You know what I mean?
You gonna drive your own car?
Hell yeah. I can drive. Hey, listen, I'm not street racing out here. I ain't got the fastest car, right? This Elko, they know this Elko. They know Red Bottom. That ain't the fastest car. If you don't beat that car when you bust your car out, your shit slow. Point blank, period. Everybody know it. You feel me? I done dogged half the city with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They know. Yeah, they know. But that ain't no race car. That's the thing. It's just a little street car. So when I get some real horsepower with something behind it, boy, they ass in trouble.
Well, when you get some oil pressure, they gonna be in trouble, huh?
Oh my gosh. Listen. Oh my God. Look here. Boy, look here. I can't wait to get some oil pressure. I'll be ready this motherfucker jumping around. I'm gonna go live. The world gonna know. Then we'll fuck them up.
TJ, I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to sit down and talk to us, man. This has been dope. You welcome anytime back on this show. Because like I said, you one of the legends. No, you say you are Vegas.
I am
one
Vegas.
Of the legends in
Vegas. I'm Vegas.
You are Vegas. So, like I said, it's to be able to talk to be able to call your phone, call some of you guys' phones, and I am just humbled to be able to talk to y'all.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I found out all them credentials, I was like,
like, who is this nigga?
I know TJ.
I'm gonna do a t-shirt. That might be next.
T-shirt say,
I know TJ. With an exclamation point on it. I know TJ. You feel me? Yeah, that's all you gotta do when you pull up in Vegas. Let them know, man, I know TJ. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. Oh, that TJ peoples, man. Yeah, they gonna get right back with me too, man. Hey, man, so and so was out there saying they who? It's gonna take a minute. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers, I be who? Because I'm so bad with names. You know what I mean? If you wasn't doing your thing and you came by, KP was at it, you go, man, KP said she was out there. Woo! Listen, names, I'm bad with. Your face, I can always catch up with it. But them names, man, I'll be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, man, yeah, I'm Vegas for sure. I rep this shit to the fullest, man.
They want to know if the 62 is available for you to run around it real quick.
Man, that motherfucker, I took it to the house.
Oh, okay.
I drove, man. I was in that motherfucker all weekend, man. I drove that motherfucker. Listen, man. That lowrider weekend came. I actually did my own show, my first show, lowrider weekend, and it was insane. That shit was a movie. You hear me? I wasn't even ready for it, man. Listen, KP. I'm gonna shoot you something, but me personally, I ain't even got none. Like, all bullshit aside, I had rented a parking lot, did vendors, DJ, all that shit. I'm expecting. Yeah, a couple hundred people. You know what I'm saying? Man, the police broke that shit up. Said, man, you got a permit for 1,000 people. It's for over 5,000 people here, bro. We got to shut this shit down. Yeah.
That's why. You know what? Your new name is Mr. Vegas.
Run it. Run it. You feel me?
You had over 5,000 people there?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wow. It was crazy. I had went there earlier that morning to get all the vendors and stuff like that. I had all the food vendors and the DJ and security to meet them. Put it like this: the show didn't start till 6. It was motherfuckers at the gate at 3:30.
Wow.
I was like, man, I wasn't dressed. I didn't get to go home to get my car. None of that shit, man. It hit. I tried to hold off for a minute, and then I was just like, man, fuck it, man. Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? So we bust the gates open, and man, that shit was like, it was insane. It was crazy. When I looked up, I was just like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it was unreal to me because I was asking my boy, I'm like, man, you really think they gonna come fuck? He like, nigga, is you crazy? Hell yeah, they coming. Everybody coming. I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck it. You know, when that shit went down, it was epic. I was like, man, I'm looking for a venue for next year right now. Something that's gonna hold everybody. I promise you. I'm gonna make sure I come through with it. You know.
Well, let me know because I definitely have to try and make it out there next year.
It's gonna be fucked up because it's around the time of the classic. The lowrider show, same time around the time of the classic. That's the only fucked up thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
I don't. Yeah, you'll be doing some traveling like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We just got to figure out what year lowrider drops when they drop their show next year. So once we get that date, then I'll know because I know the classic around the same time every year, right?
Yes, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Okay,
so yeah, if I'll let you know once we get everything posted. Once I get a date, then I'm gonna set a date, and then we'll just go from there. But if it do, your ass gonna be on the plane from here, from where you at to Vegas, from Vegas shooting back down to Florida. Yeah, you're gonna be flying like a motherfucker, trying to get to all these. But next year, I plan to have everything more organized. Like I said, I wasn't expecting nothing like that. It was retarded. The police was like, man, shut this shit down. It's just too many people. Like that pack.
Was you really like, oh man, they really mess with me. They really mess with me.
Man, you know what? I was, man. My boy, when after the fact, my boy was like, man, I told you. I was like, man, my nigga, I wasn't expecting that, homie. Like, nah, I rented this parking lot and just thinking like it's finna hold, but nah, they was there. They was out there. The streets was packed, traffic going in both directions, down to major streets. It was packed out, like stupid packed out. So I was just like, man, I mean, I felt good. A lot of people, I didn't even charge me like $5 a head to get in. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy. So, but after the fact, I felt good that, everybody, and thanks everybody that showed up, that came out and supported me, you know what I'm saying, just to have a good time. I shot out a live one, after that, but I want to thank everybody again because, like I said, when they come to Vegas, man, they looking for TJ, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta start serving it up to them, you know what I mean? And get my own show going when it's time, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do now.
TJ, oh my goodness. I had such a good time talking to you. You got something major coming. Then you got something major coming that I'm gonna talk about at a later date.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you sitting down with me. I feel really good to know that, like, even though with all your credentials, you just treat me like I'm so much your equal.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the guys do, but you have always treated me like your equal, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Ain't no big me little U's around here. I told you, KB. You know what I'm saying? We all move together. We all eat together around this joint. You know what I'm saying? So, just the only time it get rough when they get to talk about who pay the bills. When I'm pissed off. That's what nigga trying to tell me something. I gotta let a nigga know who pay the bills. That's it. That's all. That's the only time we change status around this motherfucker. But other than that, man, like I say, it's all about networking and tapping in. You know what I'm saying, with other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially our black people, man, tapping in, you know what I mean, and networking with each other instead of fucking killing each other and dealing with that bullshit,
Yeah. Anything else you want us to know before we get out of here?
Oh, man, nah, it was fun, man. I appreciate it. I'll be back. We got every other day. 2022, we go check these accomplishments. Matter of fact, nigga, let's check in a year from now. Let's see what type of growth we got going on with a year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, by then, I'm going to be a millionaire.
I'm going to be asking to hold something.
I got you.
I'm going to be asking to hold something. You feel me? It's going to be in your DM, too. I'm going to tell you right now.
You got my real phone number. You ain't got it.
It's going to be both. I'm going to make sure you got it. You hear me? It's the nigga begging like a motherfucker.
Well, TJ, thank you so much for joining me today and sitting down and answering our questions. I really appreciate you, man. And I appreciate, everything you do for the culture, everything that you have done thus far for me, and I really appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, KP. You already know.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too.
All right.
Yep.